Hey guys, it's Megan. I haven't done a video in probably about a week. I finally got my issue cleared up with No More Rack, aka Choxy. I finally was awarded my money back, and I decided to hold off on ordering a new mic until I saved up a little bit more, because I wanted one that was better quality, and when you want better quality, sometimes you have to pay a little higher price. So I'm hoping by after Christmas or the beginning of the year I'll get one. Until then, I'll make do with the equipment I have on this computer. Let's see, what's been going on in the last week? Just kind of been laying low, dealing with a little bit of a cold, I guess, and not much. Watched a few things. I saw an old movie last night called Honey, We Shrunk the Kids, made from the 80s. Incidentally, Rick Moranis, the father in the movie, he left show business for a while to take care of his family and raise his kids and stuff, so it was weird when I read an article a while back about that. It was kind of like those, you remember this person and then you forgot about him, or you wondered what he's been up to. So, watched that, and of course Jamie sits here and tells me that he doesn't like any of the movies that I pick out or anything. So, he's playing some game or downloading a game last night, and, well, it was Saturday night, and I found it on HBO and I watched it, and he sat there and watched it with me. He took forever, although his game took forever to download, so he was able to sit there and watch it with me, and it was nice. I thought that movie franchise was a trilogy. HBO has the Honey, We Blew Up the Kids, but I thought there was Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves as another one. It may or may not be true. I remember growing up seeing them, and it was quite interesting for me as a child to watch a movie like that. But as an adult, I guess you see things differently, but it's still a cool movie. And I remember going to Disney World or Disneyland down in Florida, and either Universal or MGM or something, and there was an exhibit at that time, or there was a ride or something we were allowed to go through, and I remember seeing that. It was pretty fun for me. Let's see, the stuff in Paris happening on Friday. It was really sad, all those people that died just because, you know, somebody felt it was an honor to do it, to attack people, innocent people that weren't doing anything to anybody else. It's the world we're living in. It doesn't matter who you are. It feels like nobody's safe anymore, and that makes me sad. So, I mean, my heart goes out to them. I'm praying for them, and I just hope that this isn't, you know, anything that's going to cause more things to escalate. That's kind of how the war on terrorism happened, or the fight on terrorism, or whatever they want to call it. Somebody bombed us, or, you know, crashed our planes and stuff, 9/11, and attacked our country, and all this stuff happens in other countries too. You just don't hear about it as much. I mean, you have the missing Malaysian flight. I don't know if that was terroristic thing. You have something that happened in Kenya back in April where a bunch of people were killed. You have all these school shootings. You have all these things that are happening that are not necessary. They don't need to be going on. Why can't we just get along? Why can't as a country, as people, why can't we just get along? It seems like there's so much conflict in the world today. You know, I think little kids handle conflict a lot better than we do as adults. You know, you see kids that make friends with anybody. They make friends with each other, and it's so easy as a child. As you get older, you start to look at the things that people, you know, their attributes and their misgivings and their shortcomings and what they're good at and what they're not good at, and you know, how they carry themselves, and you judge each other on that, and it's not right. You know, you have two kids that both want to play with the blue truck, or they both have a blue truck, they become friends. I mean, it's just something that simple. It doesn't take a lot, but in the world that we live in, it's beginning to be more apparent that when somebody has something that you want, just take it. Doesn't matter at what cost. And that's not the message we should be sending to each other. We should be sending to each other, love one another, take care of one another, look out for each other, because if you don't do that, you have nothing. You know, we're supposed to be kind to one another. We're supposed to treat each other with respect. Instead, you have all the crimes that happen against men and women. You have all these things that are unnecessary. You know, somebody was brainwashed in a certain way to think that somebody else is bad just because of the color of their skin or their nationality, and that's not right. And God's taught us better. The Bible teaches us to love one another, to do unto others as you'd have them to do unto you, not to go after people just because you feel that you need to do that. You're not doing anything for anybody in that aspect. You're hurting more people than it's worth. You know, we try to teach kids to get along and not to be mean to each other, and yet if you don't, when they grow up, they're going to be like the ones that are doing what they're doing now. It's okay to say no to your child. It's okay to, you know, discipline. It's not okay to abuse your child, and it's not okay to beat your child verbally, mentally, emotionally, but you're not going to learn unless you're reprimanded or unless you're taught. And if you do something wrong, you have to pay a consequence. It's just how it works. I wish people would get that message. That's all I have for now. Thank you. Have a good one.